how could a person know everything at 18 but nothing at 22? I think this is the most hardest and challenging stage of our life. You're trying to figure out who you really are. You need to build your career, you need to start earning, even support your family. You have these lots of say or opinions around you where, oh, you need to start like this, you need to prove yourself, especially in our time right now where we're in a digital age. It's impossible that people nowadays are not in the social media, because you open Facebook, you open YouTube, you open Instagram, and people are like saying these things. People are saying like, oh, you should do this, you should do that. Pretty overwhelming to hear a lot of voices, a lot of opinions. You feel stuck because none of those reminders and none of those advices were actually being heard. Okay, I've seen it or I've heard it and it's good, it's great, but did I actually apply it in myself, in my life? I'm already 23, and what in my life did I achieve? And it's not easy. It's okay to not have to not have everything figured out right now. Hello friends. Today we're going to talk about life in early 20s. But before that, I made a cup of clove tea, my favorite tea these past few weeks, and I want you to make yours too. If you like a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, if you want, grab yours now while we talk about life in early 20s. But first, let me take a sip first. So relaxing. Okay, so past few days I made a poll asking you which topic you would love most to hear about, and surprisingly among the choices or options, you guys chose life in early 20s. Other options are about love and relationship, communication, and art and hobbies. Particularly maybe journaling, because I love journaling and a lot of people also do love about journaling. I hope you guys can totally relate in here, because I can see that most of my audience range from 18 to 24 or early adulthood stage. So I think this is the best time for me to share with you guys. Okay, so first, being in your 20s is no joke. Like, I think this is the most hardest and challenging stage of our life, because you're trying to figure out who you really are, and at the same time you need to build your career, you need to start earning and even support your family. You have these lots of say or opinions around you where, oh, you need to start like this, you need to prove yourself. This is like the real lyrics of Taylor Swift, where how could a person know everything at 18 but nothing at 22? Well, I'm 23, but in my age, I've been like unemployed for how many months already, still trying to figure out things, still trying to prove myself where what jobs do I really fit in. I'm always thinking about the dreams that I once dreamed about when I was young, and I hope that you guys understand where I am coming from, because it's just so hard to to just prove yourself at a very young age. I hope this makes sense to all of you, but at the same time you're also trying to chase your dreams, which is so overwhelming, right? Let me tell you a short story. When I was a kid, I have lots of dreams. Once I become an adult, I want to become an architect. I want to become an accountant. I want to become a flight attendant. I want to become a tourist guide. I want to become a fashion designer, an interior designer, a writer, and a lot more. Like, I really want to pursue my creative side, my creative self, but now I feel like it's all losing. You know, that's the hardest and saddest part of me growing up, like still figuring things along the way, but I think that's just life as it is. It's no perfect. Basically, my life, it's not perfect, but and then there's relationship. That's why I asked you about love and relationship, because while balancing all this stuff like jobs or careers, and then your dreams, and then yourself, and then there's relationship with yourself, not just with yourself but also with your family, your friends, and special someone, or your partners, right? And a spiritual relationship. So I feel like there's always pressure to have everything together, but most of the time we're still figuring it out. Especially in our time right now, we're in a digital age. It's impossible that people nowadays are not in the social media, because you open Facebook, you open YouTube, you open Instagram, and people are like saying these things. People are saying like, oh, you should do this, you should do that, you should have done that, or this could have been better if you do this or that. And I think it's overwhelming, like pretty overwhelming, to hear a lot of voices, a lot of opinions, and you feel stuck because none of those reminders and none of those advices were actually being heard, at least for me, because they're like, okay, I've seen it or I've heard it and it's good, it's great, but did I actually apply it on myself, in my life? Did I really execute it? I really don't think so. There are lots of voices, lots of opinions, and it's really overwhelming. Which advices or reminders should you follow? And there's a post that I saw, and it says social media doesn't make it even easier, because it feels like everyone's striving and you're like, wait a minute. Why do I feel like I'm not? Right? Like, you open all these social medias and people just bragging about their success, and you feel like, what in my life am I doing? Am I still in the right track? Am I still doing right? Like, hello, people are posting happy moments in their life, people posting their jobs or their careers, their dream jobs, their relationships, just the success that people can define about their life. And just can't help but to, ask yourself, I'm already 23, and what in my life did I achieve? And it's not easy. It's okay to not have to not have everything figured out right now, because we feel like everything needs to be solved right away, right there and then. But not. I'm just 23. I still have long way more to go. Still have more years to come, if God permits. there's still a lot to learn, there's still a lot to discover, there's still a lot to explore. If only did I let myself be stuck in comfort place, in my comfort zone, then nothing will happen. Nothing will really happen because I'm stuck in my, in my brain, in my head, thinking about what ifs, overthinking. That's what I realized about my life in early 20s. I'm only unemployed for how many months? Okay, let's say maybe 6 months. So that's half of the year. But that doesn't define who I am. That doesn't define my worth as an individual or as a person. Like, I've proved myself enough that I've been studying ever since, like getting good grades. I'm just like school, home, and other extracurricular activities outside, like in our church, and that's it. Like playing this role of a good girl character. But then now that I was like, I already hit that, basic achievement, or like this kind of level, certain level of my age, I'm already asking my worth as an individual. I think social media, we can use it, right? I believe we have lots of resources everywhere, internal and external. We only need to use them properly and in the right way to inspire other people. Yes, of course, why not? If you have the power to speak, if you have the power to inspire other people or encourage other people, then why not, right? So yeah, I hope that if there's somebody out there, they're at my age or like around in early 20s watching, I hope that you're not being too hard on yourself. I hope that you have forgiven yourself for, I know you're trying your very best. I want to say that this year is not that it's not the time for you to overthink all of those things, because we just need to try, just need to start and then keep going. Start now and figure it out later. I think that is what life needs to, teach us along the way. We're going to commit mistakes, we're going to learn from our mistakes, and that's the beauty of life. I think in every stage there's struggles or hardships that we need to overcome. And I believe that you can overcome all of these problems. This is just a specific phase of our life. Always pray to the Almighty One that whatever happens, He'll be there for you to guide in every step of your way. So yeah, I think that helps somehow. And thank you so much for watching this video, because I feel like I have a friend who's been like watching or listening to me, to my little rants. But this is it, when life gives you tea. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm hoping to see you again to my next video. Bye, and take care always.